Hello, dear ones. Today I want to share something a bit different with you. A story about inner ghosts and time loops that might just change how you see your life. Have you ever felt like you're living the same day over and over? You wake up with familiar anxieties, make similar choices, and by evening, you're left with the same regrets and feelings of emptiness. In those quiet moments, have you ever wondered, am I truly living, or just existing? The truth is, we all carry invisible ghosts within us. These aren't supernatural spirits, but something far more personal: our past wounds, memories we can't release, and emotions we've never fully processed. These inner ghosts create patterns that trap us in repeating cycles, like invisible chains, keeping us from moving forward. But before you feel frightened by this idea, let me reassure you, this isn't a story of fear. This is a story of liberation and healing. Who are these inner ghosts? What exactly are these ghosts we carry? For some of us, they're the harsh words we heard as children that still echo in our minds: you're not good enough. You'll never amount to anything. Nobody could love you like this. These voices become our internal critics, driving us to work endlessly for approval we never quite receive, because ghosts are never truly satisfied. For others, these ghosts are made of guilt and regret. If only I had been kinder. If only I had spent more time with them. These ghosts whisper that moving forward would be a betrayal of those we've lost, keeping us frozen in the past. We each carry different ghosts, but they all share one thing in common: they bind us to old patterns, and prevent us from growing into who we're meant to become. The prison of repeating patterns. Time loops aren't just about repetition, they're about a heart that refuses to heal and grow. Think about it. Why do we find ourselves in similar relationships with similar problems? Why do we change our circumstances, change our locations, even change partners, yet find ourselves facing the same emotional struggles? It's because our inner ghosts are trying to communicate through these external situations. They're replaying the same messages: you're not worthy of love, you're not safe, you're not enough. Paradoxically, these ghosts believe they're protecting us by keeping us in familiar patterns, even when those patterns cause pain. But here's the thing, beloved: the protection these ghosts offer worked when we were younger and more vulnerable. Now that we've grown, we have new tools, new wisdom, and new strength. We don't need to stay trapped in old patterns of protection that no longer serve us. The first step to freedom: awareness. How do we break free from these cycles? The journey begins with gentle awareness, recognizing the ghosts within us and the patterns they create. This isn't easy, because we often mistake these patterns for just how life is. We tell ourselves, people always hurt me because others are cruel, or nothing works out for me because I'm unlucky. But if we're brave enough to look deeper, we'll see the common thread isn't external circumstances. It's the unhealed parts of ourselves responding from old wounds. Awareness can be uncomfortable. It means taking responsibility for our own healing, rather than waiting for the world to change first. But awareness is also the key that unlocks our prison door. Gentle dialogue with your inner ghosts. Once you become aware of your ghosts, the next step is to speak with them, not to fight them, but to acknowledge them with compassion. Thank you for trying to protect me all these years. I know you were doing your best to keep me safe, but I'm grown now, and I have new ways to care for myself. It's time for you to rest. You're not banishing these ghosts. You're thanking them and gently helping them find peace. They were never your enemies, they were parts of you trying to love you, the only way they knew how. Their job is simply complete. This dialogue takes patience. These ghosts have been with you for years, maybe decades. They won't trust immediately that you can handle life without them. Keep speaking to them with kindness and consistency, creating new patterns. As you release your ghosts, you can begin creating new patterns based not on past wounds, but on present wisdom and love. This means making different choices when you encounter familiar triggers. Instead of reacting with anger as you always have, you might pause and breathe. Instead of running away from challenging situations, you might choose to stay and work through them. Instead of giving up at the first sign of difficulty, you might try once more. Small changes in your responses can shatter the largest patterns. Every new choice is a declaration of your freedom. Time is your healing companion. We often see time as our enemy, There's never enough time. Time is running out. It's too late for me. But time is actually our gentlest ally in healing. Time softens all wounds, brings perspective to all pain, and reveals meaning in our struggles. However, time doesn't heal us automatically. Time works its magic when we actively participate in our healing process. As we make new choices and release old patterns, time weaves healing into every moment, until one day we realize we're living a completely different life. You're not walking this path alone. Please don't think you must do this healing work in isolation. The world is full of support, even when we can't see it. People who care about you, those who want to see you flourish, and others who've walked similar paths and found their way to freedom. Sometimes professional support is invaluable. Therapists, counselors, or trusted friends and family. Accepting help isn't weakness, it's courage. It's recognizing that healing often happens in relationship with others. Beginning your new story. The story of inner ghosts and time loops I've shared today is also your story. But right now, in this very moment, you can begin writing a new chapter. Not one bound by the past, but one that flies freely toward your highest potential. You are the author of this new story. There's no predetermined ending, only the beautiful possibility that unfolds. As you make conscious, loving choices for yourself, as you thank your inner ghosts and release them with love, as you embrace time as your healing partner, as you courageously step forward into new patterns, know that I believe in your strength and your capacity for transformation. A gentle reminder, change doesn't happen overnight, dear heart, but the moment you truly see your patterns, change has already begun. Something has already shifted within you just by listening to these words today. Honor these small beginnings. Be patient and kind with yourself. You are worthy of love, joy, and freedom. You always have been. Thank you for sharing this sacred time with me today. May your life be filled with the courage to heal, the wisdom to grow, and the love you so deeply deserve. Until we meet again, I'm sending you infinite compassion and light.